sorry about my washing machine in the background. It'll probably be over soon. But I have a lot of juicy and wild stories for you this episode. So let's just jump right into it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment down below if I missed anything or you want me to cover a story that I didn't mention before. Let me know and I'll look into it. Okay, let's get into it. I don't know which person I want to talk about first. There's a person called Lily Phillips who's making headlines. Matilda Djerf, Selena Gomez, Sabrina Carpenter, our favorite Mormon mom, Frankie Paul, and then a 17 diapers mom, somebody known as that moniker, is in the news. So I want to start with the short ones and then we'll get into a little bit more in-depth ones. So I just wanted to be like, oh my god, Selena Gomez has gotten engaged. So this is the first one. Let's start off on a good note. I really like Selena Gomez and I'm very happy that she's finally engaged, and I feel like drama will never leave her or Justin or their partners alone ever, because their relationship is just so iconic. And I've done a video about Selena, Haley and Justin's whole love triangle. If you want to see that, it's on my channel. But Selena Gomez has gotten engaged with her long-term, or 1 year, they were together, partner called Benny Blanco. Now Benny Blanco is also an artist, a music producer. He has worked on a lot of records that you probably heard of, but you don't know who produced it. He's definitely made a name for himself. He's kind of like a very goofy guy, and also goofy looking guy, and a lot of people were commenting like, oh, he's only with her for her money. Girl, do you know how much music producers make? He is like Grammy nominated, like probably won awards for his work. He's fine. Trust me, he's fine. But basically, he proposed to her on a set, and people found it weird, but I don't know, celebrities, rich people, things. It was like a set, like kind of like a picnic moment with Taco Bell, which is apparently her like favorite fast food, and he got her a Marquise diamond, which is like a little, I was gonna say it's shaped, and it's like a, I don't know, like when you think of a diamond, I was gonna say it's like, it looks like a baklava. It looks like a baklava. But she basically mentions that in her song as well, one of her songs, like a Marquise diamond. But yeah, it's just cute. Wanted to start off on a good note. I hope the relationship goes smoothly and well, and that she's finally like happy and enjoys her quiet life, and everybody can just like back off from both of the parties involved in like the romance triangle from like 10 years ago and just let them live. But yeah, that happened. I was like, but I also wasn't very surprised because they've been in a relationship for such a long time. Then other noteworthy but super stupid news, the Hawk Tuah girl who got famous from being featured in a TikTok, which was like a street interview style, and then she did some sexual joke. She got famous. She has a podcast now, and after making her podcast, she's also very close friends, I guess, with Logan Paul, and very intelligent, amazing people like that. Basically, she released cryptocurrency. Obviously, if you're friends with Logan Paul, I guess, what else are you gonna do? And these guys endorsed her crypto and things like that, and apparently it's allegedly said that access kind of thing. And when it was released to the general public and to her fans, the people who like bought it, you know, obviously a lot of people are buying it, so the value of the crypto goes up, and then the people who initially bought it, like the inner circle, allegedly people, started selling it, and the value of the currency went down. And supposedly this made a lot of people angry because they spent their life savings on buying this cryptocurrency. But like, what are you doing if you're buying cryptocurrency in general? Okay, I don't like them. You can have your own opinions, and probably like a lot of men are gonna be like, no, cryptocurrency is great. My opinion is that it's BS. I don't care. I don't like cryptocurrencies. And then second of it, like, why would you buy cryptocurrency from a meme internet personality associated with Logan Paul, who has already scammed people with his cryptocurrency business? Like, I don't know what people do with their money these days. Like, I don't know, like, just put it in a bank, put it in a savings account, guys. Like, if you have loose change, even putting it into a piggy bank at this point is better than giving it to some random meme girl who has capitalized off of her 2 seconds of fame. Which, like, no hates to anybody who capitalizes off of their 2 seconds of fame. It's like what you choose to do with your fame that you've gained is how you're defined, and how people will see you, and how people will see and perceive your character. And I feel like this is just not good. Anyways, so that happened. Who could have seen that coming? Then a bit of actual celebrity news. Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan split up. Sabrina Carpenter, if you don't know, a very popular pop singer, and Barry Keoghan is an actor, has been in many movies, great performances, but basically they had a very kind of public romance because she, you know, got him to star in her music video. Everybody's shipping them. They're on the red carpet, you know, like a celebrity, normal celebrity relationships. But people thought like it was amazing and great, and it's also a little bit weird because he's like older than her, and as a kid at that point, like, it was very talked about. But apparently they split up, and people started blaming this random OF girl for sleeping with, I guess, with Barry, and that's the reason why they broke up. But apparently the girl herself came out and said, like, that didn't happen. That's, like, it was just a joke. Like, she was saying, like, how ridiculous it was that people thought that that was the case, but it's totally not the case. And the real, like, commentary that we can make on this particular story is that people, like fans, I guess, I don't know if you would call them your fans at this point because of their actions, they went to Barry's, like, comments and his messages threatening him and his family, which is horrible and should never be done. And this is why I'm saying I will not call those people fans, because that just sounds like insane. Like, why would you do that? So Barry closed his account and then probably put it back up now, and the whole debacle of this breakup. But I'm pretty sure people are over it by now. Like, people are over things in 2 seconds nowadays. So I'm bringing you a whole compilation. And honestly, most of these, like, it's just silly stuff, right? But the ones we're gonna talk about in the end is not. And the next one we're gonna talk about is Taylor Frankie Paul. One of you asked me to make a follow-up video about Secret Lives of Mormon wives. And I'll make a follow-up once the new season is released, and I think the new season is going to come out in February, so we'll see what happens then. But already I feel like they're trying to, at least Taylor members, TikTok mom group members. Her name is McKenna Gibbons, came out to TikTok to kind of defend herself about the swinging scandal that these Mormon moms were facing originally, and that's how they kind of blew up in the show. I mean, it wasn't really touched on. It was just like touched on once, and that's it. And in the actual show, only 2 people of the original group are in it. So, this McKenna was not in the show, was asked by the producers to be in the show, but she turned it down. She says multiple times. But she kind of, I guess, had enough, or there was enough time passed after all of this. So she came out on TikTok and told her side of the story, which honestly, it's not that much. All she said is that, like, how she felt like betrayed by the couple that they were self-swinging with, which was like Taylor and her husband, ex-husband Tate. So McKenna and her ex-husband, they're all ex-husbands. So McKenna and her ex-husband Braden, what kind of name is this? Were swinging with Taylor and Tate, who used to be together. And she said that Taylor and Braden were lying, that they were into each other, even though McKenna has asked Braden multiple times if he had like any feelings, or if it was going into a territory which was not soft swinging and not consensual, and going into a territory of cheating, which it did. This is why like the whole thing blew up in their face, because Taylor Frankie Paul's ex-husband wanted to stop the whole thing, but apparently McKenna said that she wanted to stop the whole thing as well. But the husband her ex-husband kept saying like, no, it's fine, like I don't have any feelings, basically gaslighting her the whole time that Braden and Taylor were having an affair. It seems, from what I can tell, Braden doesn't seem like a very nice person at all, because there was an incident with him and Taylor, which Taylor explained herself. She said that she was very, very drunk, and they had slept together, I guess, and she didn't remember it, and she woke up and she felt all messed up. That's what she said. And that she was literally, at that point, she was blackout drunk, and obviously she was taken advantage of. From what she is saying, it was a traumatic event, and when she was saying this at a podcast, she was literally crying, breaking down, and she says that she doesn't want to call it SA, but from like an objective perspective, sounds like that's what it was. And it's just the whole situation is just horrible, and a lot of people are saying like the way these adults are acting like teenagers, and they have like so many children and all this stuff, is just not normal. And obviously, because I don't think being a Mormon, no offense, is a normal thing. Like their whole lives they were told to abstain from any like sex or alcohol, or doing anything remotely considered bad, and then now they got married, so in their eyes they can do whatever they want because they've done everything that they needed to do, you know. I guess not to go to hell. But then they're acting like teenagers because they have never had that opportunity that she was treated and gaslighted by some people, and she never like named Taylor. She never explicitly said like, I hate this bitch and shit like that. She only like talked about the affair. It's mostly charged at her ex-husband, like making her feel like she was like seeing, like, you know, seeing things that weren't there, kind of thing. She also said that she doesn't blame like the Mormon church for the counseling she received from the church, because she went to the church. McKenna went to the church, and she was like, one second guys, she was basically asking the pastor, I'm assuming, like advice on her marriage after this cheating thing happened, and the pastor told her husband to get out of the room and then explained to her that she needs to stay in the marriage because that's like the right thing to do, which is just crazy. But she was like, I don't blame the church for it, girl. What do you mean? But yeah. Then Taylor, after seeing this video, she got mad. I think, like, from what it seems, she's very petty and acting teenagerish. Posted like TikToks, singing to, I don't know, some songs, and putting like a text on screen saying like, oh, she says she didn't like it but she did, and then she shared like clips of her and McKenna kissing and cuddling, and she showed a text message that said something like, oh, I miss you so much, like, I'm really drunk and I miss you so much, I can kiss you right now. And she said that it was from McKenna. I don't know, it's very complicated, like, and then McKenna said, no, that's my husband texting her through McKenna's phone so that they don't get caught. And then apparently the husband and Taylor made her feel like she sent it as a joke, if that makes sense. Like, when she was drunk, McKenna sent that as a joke, even though McKenna doesn't remember sending that text message as a joke, because she didn't do it. Like, they're gaslighting her to believe that she did. Is there anything else in the story? I don't think so. It's like, it's really not that much going on. It's just like one TikTok and another TikTok, and they're making responses. And Taylor's saying her story has been same for 2 years, which, okay, girl. I don't know. I believe McKenna. Like, what does she have to gain out of this? I mean, views, sure. Yeah. But Taylor also like did other things where she called out her friends, like her like mom group friends, for not supporting her because she was at this some sort of awards show where she just like gave out an award. She literally like said one sentence. And apparently she was like, oh, my friends aren't supporting me, horrible friends, they don't support me on social media. And then like one of them commented on her posts and said like, what do you mean, like, I told you in private how, like, I'm very happy for you, I don't have to do all of this on social media, like, I had things to do as well. But yeah, it just seems like Taylor really thrives on attention and toxic, like, attention at that. But yeah, is there anything else? Yeah, just, I feel like she's just trying to get the views, and the relevancy still continues, so she can get another season maybe. And they're probably gonna make her the villain in this season. I could see it. I'm not like attached to any of these people, so I don't really care. And people are speculating that Taylor and Dakota, her boyfriends, broke up again, which I wouldn't blame Dakota. Okay, our next story is about Matilda Djerf, and this is also very queer. incidents involved like somebody using her private bathroom, because apparently she has a private bathroom in her office and only her and a select few people that she employs can go and use it. And it has like a sign, I guess, I'm assuming it says private, I'm not really sure what the sign says. The sign fell off. The story goes as the sign fell off, somebody went in to use it, she saw them using it, she made this person scrub the toilet clean. It's just very ridiculous. Like, what's happening? Like, nobody has mentioned this. Okay, nobody that talked about this story, because I watched a few videos to prepare for this video. Nobody has thought to themselves, why do you need a private bathroom? I'm saying only allegedly trusted people go there. And her. What are you doing in that bathroom? I'm not insinuating anything, okay? Don't come for me, don't sue me. But why the hell do you need a private bathroom? Okay. What are you doing in there? And if you know where I'm trying to go there, I'm not saying she's doing anything, but I'm also not, let's just leave it at that. But it's just really weird to have like a meltdown over somebody using your bathroom. But I don't know, the context there, obviously. And then people said that she like lined the employees up and yelled at them that they were doing a bad job if they were not doing like I guess the level of work that she wanted them to do. Also, apparently she told models that either like your butt doesn't fill out these trousers, or like your butt filled out the jeans too much, like commenting on their bodies and fat shaming them. And these are all like accusations from anonymous employees. And she did come out with a statement and said that she doesn't recognize herself in these claims. However, she does take full responsibility, so I don't understand what kind of a statement this is. Because she doesn't recognize it, but she takes responsibility. And she is going to like use this feedback and criticism to make the company better and to implement new systems, so that this doesn't happen again, I guess. I don't know if she said that, but like, yeah, just to make employees happier. But yeah, very PR, statement. Everybody is right now waiting on Phillips, who used to be her social media coordinator, and apparently she abruptly left the company after being very, very like besties with Matilda, who owns the company. She left the job very abruptly, not saying anything. And in one of the TikTok comments about this whole situation, she said like, I'm just really like thinking about it and reflecting on it. I hate when people say that, like, I'm reflecting. Okay, fine. She's reflecting on it, and maybe she'll come out with a statement. I feel like she will, because why not? She'll get a lot of attention. And if stuff did actually happen, like, if you don't have an NDA, why not come out and say it, so that it doesn't happen to other people? But yeah, she's going to reflect on these accusations and I guess think about releasing a statement or not releasing a statement. So we'll see if this continues. So not the last story, but the one before, second to last story of today is going to be the 17 diapers mom. And I have seen something about this woman a week ago, I think, but a lot of people are talking about it now. It's because it's just like borderline or child abuse. In my opinion, it's what it seems like. Nobody's actually called it that, because maybe people are hospice nurse. I think she works in an adult hospice. And for somebody who is in a care industry, she doesn't really show much empathy or care towards her own child, in my opinion. So, in her videos, people started noticing like all these weird things, but also verbally, she comes out and says these very stupid like things to say out loud to thousands of people. But you know, it's good in a way because at least the injustices can get solved quicker. She says she doesn't want to buy a coat for her toddler. She has a toddler. She said that she doesn't want to buy a coat for him because it's $34 and she thinks it's very expensive. So in videos, the toddler's like outside in cold winter, you know, with no coat. In one of the videos, the child is seen flinching when she's like, I guess like putting her hands closer to him, like reaching out to him, and he literally flinches and tries to like hide. She apparently locks her toddler, little baby, in his room at night. Just lock him in there. She says she doesn't want to change his diaper, which is like kind of how it blew up, and why she's called the 17 diapers mom is because like there was 17 diapers. Like she looked around her house one day and she found 17 dirty diapers, and then it started a trend of like new moms or moms sharing like nasty things that happened. But she says she doesn't change her baby's diapers unless he goes number 2, if we're being like polite. This is so disgusting. I have never heard anyone ever say or do this. What? You can't afford diapers. Like, if you can't afford diapers, like, there is help that you can get. I think her husband works too. Like, I don't know, like, what to say to this. It's disgusting. This is why I'm saying this is, like, documented and from this person's own mouth, child abuse. In my opinion, she says she doesn't change the diapers. She says she doesn't cut up his food into small bits, which is kind of like dangerous for a little baby because he could choke. Apparently she slaps some type of food away from his hand if he goes to reach for like French fries or something like that. She apparently like slaps his hand, like don't get that food kind of thing. She's like, you have to eat everything like on your plate. My parents didn't raise me this way, so I'm not gonna raise my child this way. So I can see there's a lot of like trauma there, but like do not inflict that upon your child. Like, and then she says that she hates when her kid wakes up really early and she doesn't care to wake up to look after him. If he wakes up really early, she's just gonna lay in bed and sleep until she feels like she wants to wake up, you know? And that's down to, I feel like I don't even need to explain anything there. It's just purely disgusting. And apparently she talks like about motherhood and having a child as if she doesn't even like it. So why did you even get a child? Like, give birth to a child? Why do you even want to have one if you don't like it so much? Some people are speculating maybe it's postpartum and she's like struggling and this is like a side effect. Who knows? But I think people or police or child services, protective services are investigating it because enough people have put out concerning claims against this mom. But yeah, that's that story. It's just horrible seeing people act this way. Like, there's already so many people acting horribly towards story revolves around Lily Phillips, who is 23 years old, so we're basically the same age, maybe 1 year apart, and she is a content creator on OF. Okay, she is a content creator. It's like a nice, like a PC way to put it. It's not PC, but like a monetizable way of putting it. Sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up. It's like I don't want this video to get demonetized. But she basically makes risque videos, and like custom videos for people who will pay for it, and she makes a lot of money out of that. She showed that she makes 15,000 per month from the things that she does online, from her Instagram. Like, she doesn't have like a very big following, but clearly on OF she does. And she decided that she's going to take it upon herself to have an insane, people are calling it self-harm type of challenge, where she sleeps with 100 people. 100 people. She challenged herself to sleep with 100 people, and guess what? She did it. I don't see how this is an accomplishment in any way. And it's not even 100 people, like over a lifetime, over, I don't know, a year, or like 10 years. I'm not saying anything like that. It's 100 people in 24 hours. I think it's totally fine for people to make content on these sites. This type of content, I think, should be only on these kinds of sites. For example, I do not think YouTube should be allowing any risque content on this site, which there is a lot of. And some ASMR creators also do non-ASMR stuff, okay? Like very weird stuff, and I am not a supporter of that. If you're on the right website where only adults are gonna see it, and there's no risk of like somebody underaged seeing it and being exposed to that, like somebody who has their fully developed brain goes and watches it and spends their money on it, and it's legal, and there's precautions and tests and checks and all kinds of stuff where it's safe for all parties. Like, fine, do it. It needs to be highly regulated, but it's fine. Go ahead and do. But this is just insane to me. And I also do not believe in sending her hate. I know like 100,000 people don't watch me, but like even if 5 of you think you should go and leave a bad comment under a video, like in vein of slut shaming or saying that, oh my god, you like did something terrible, like how can you do this, like shaming her is not acceptable in any way. I think she is not, and I don't want to put it on her, but to me this is not actions of a healthy person. I want to just read my notes. Gotta do this quickly because I gotta go soon. So this whole thing, she has 9 people that she pays that helped her with this. They had 2 security guards. They hired an Airbnb, which if it was my Airbnb, I would be suing, because in my mind they operated a brothel. Isn't it? Like, nobody also in any of the videos I watched, isn't this a fucking brothel? Like, aren't there's like legal implications of having this type of thing happen in like a stranger's Airbnb? Also, like, they didn't tell this Airbnb, I'm assuming, I don't know, but who would allow 100 random strangers and then like content creators to come and do whatever they want on their bed? And the aftermath looked disgusting, even though like I saw the blurred version it. So they basically were, they put it out on Twitter. I guess people signed up, people flew. Also, people were like flying over or even participating in this challenge. What is wrong with you? Also, like, men who participated in this, what the fuck is wrong with you? And the employees that she has that are allowing her and saying that this is totally fine. What is wrong with you? Also, so one by one, the men come up to this random Airbnb, and they sleep with her. They have 5 minutes each. They sleep with her. The next one comes in. You know, they sleep together. The next one comes in. They sleep together. And she only took breaks throughout the whole day to shower. I don't even think she ate anything but a donut and a sandwich. And they started like at 10 a.m. and went until 9 or 10 p.m. So throughout these hours, she only took a break to shower, according to like this documentary and what her staff were saying. And then at the end of the documentary, she broke down into tears. And the whole like lead up to that, she was saying how excited she was, how it was a like challenge for her, how it was also her fantasy to do this. I do not believe in that. What the fuck? Like, and it doesn't even stop there. After, you know, having this breakdown, and she said like it was much more intense than I thought it would be. Like, what? No shit. Like, she said it would be much more intense. She said she felt like a prostitute. Also no shit. Again, I'm thinking like this is literally an extreme brothel. Like, I don't even know like what to call this. They allowed some of the men to come back and sleep with her again. Don't know why, but they did. The room was covered in like wrappers and stuff, and apparently it's disgusting. Like, the cameraman literally gagged. You can watch this documentary on YouTube on Josh Peters' channel if you want to. There's like millions of views on it now. And the men, she said that, like, she didn't exclusively say it out of her mouth that they guilt tripped her, but the men guilt tripped her when she said like their time was over, like it's 5 minutes. But she was so concerned about them having fun and these men basically, from what she said, pressured her to continue the act, even though she said like it was 5 minutes, you know, that's our allotted time, but she felt pressured to continue doing it, which is just disgusting. However, after all of this bad experience, you know, breaking down at the end of the day, not eating anything, feeling literally she made herself an object. This is very like mentally not okay in any way to think about doing it, and also like doing it, and also she wants to do it again. She says that this was a test run, like she didn't say a test, but practice. She said she's training. She said she's training because she wants to do it with 1,000 people in 24 hours. 1,000 people. She says she's going to do it with 300 people in a few weeks, and then she wants to break some sort of world record. Okay, like, I don't know, it's just, she said she dissociated, like, not even remembering who she was doing it with. It cannot be healthy, like, that she was an event manager, and she never imagined like coordinating an event like this. What kind of event are we talking about? This is not event management. Her personal assistant was saying that she took it like a champ, and that it was a great networking opportunity. Why don't you just go and network where normal people go and network? What networking opportunity did you get out of this? What? Like, I'm so sorry, this is not very relaxing at this point, but I just think this is disgusting. And I am very afraid for that girl. And I can't believe that she is surrounded by these people who are openly taking advantage of her like this because they make money off of her. So they're just like saying, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, go and be treated like an object. Totally fine. This is not like people who do OF always say that like they're taking back the power, they're, it's empowering and this and that. But this is not the same thing as that. This isn't. They didn't treat her nice. One person gave her a rose. And like people, like I don't even, yeah. She said that she doesn't tell everything to her parents because she doesn't want her parents to think less of me. So clearly she knows that what she's doing is not normal or okay. Yeah, she says I don't tell them everything, but that they support her. But also what's gross is that her dad's friends apparently reached out to her in context of her work. It's disgusting. And then she said that I think I'll marry someone from the industry or someone who will want to lend me out. She needs like therapy, like ASAP. And another very horrible thing that goes to as evidence in my eyes as that she's being taken advantage of by these people that she employs and these people that are getting paid from her is that half the people didn't get an STI check, no kinds of checks. She didn't use protection when she was doing oral. She didn't know you could get a disease like that. She's not even educated fully in like the dangers of what could happen to her, which baffles me. And people clear, like a little Google search, you could have done that. 100 people, like, girl. And yeah, it's just, and the people are just like okay with her doing that. No checks, no nothing. Who knows, like, if that guy came in there and caused an issue. There's only 2 security people. Like, there could have been 5 guys. There was like 5 guys at once sitting in that waiting area. What if they all got aggressive? 2 people are supposed to believe that they're gonna be able to protect her. Anyway, this whole thing is so weird. I can't believe this is something that someone did in this modern life that we live in. And that's what I'm leaving you guys with today because I have to go to Pilates. If I missed any stories, please let me know. This is probably like the biggest, most interesting news, celebrity gossip kind of stuff, influencer gossip, I guess it turned out as, that I could find. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down